Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and we're back out here in the garage for another first impressions video. And it's kind of a 22 long rifle extravaganza because I took two 22 long rifle firearms to the range and put a lot of rounds through them, and I discovered a lot, and I want to share with you what I discovered. I also hope you guys enjoyed the live stream that I had with the Wyoming Gun Project. I think we planned on only going an hour, but we went 2 hours, and we had a great discussion, and it was awesome, and I hope to do that more often. He hosted the first one, so maybe I'll host the second one. All right, so there's a little caveat to this video. As always, I know it kind of annoys my usual viewers and subscribers. This is not a review. I know it says first impressions in the name of a couple of guns in the title, and inevitably people will find these videos and go, "This is the worst review I've ever seen." Well, if you want to see all of my real reviews, please go over to my main channel. There's a link in the description below, and that is where I post all of my videos that are filmed with much better camera equipment and sound equipment than just my phone. But this is my second channel that I mainly interact with my biggest fans, and we put that in air quotes because no one's really a fan of Jason of the Texas Gun Vault. However, I do have people that like to interact with me, and so this is the forum for that. So, what did I take to the range today? Well, a pistol and a rifle. What should we do first? Okay, let's do the pistol first, even though I shot the rifle first. I took to the range the Sterling 22 long rifle auto, and I really got to do my research on this. I'm not really familiar with this company. This pistol is on loan to the channel from my friend Michael. I believe it is kind of a family heirloom kind of a gun. I can't remember who he said owned it before him. I think it was his grandfather or father. I have it written down, and I need to, of course, make sure I get all of that right for the review. And I'm not even sure if Sterling is the same company that is famous for making the old World War II and post-World War II submachine guns. Probably not. This says this is made in Lockport, New York. It says Sterling Arms. 22 long rifle kind of reminds me of a Jennings 25. And it looks like a Saturday night special. Obviously, it's a vest pocket gun. I'm going to say that on the quality side of this gun, or the way it's built, it is between a Jennings 25 or a Raven Arms 25, the Ring of Fire guns, and a Beretta 950 BS. It's between those two. The Beretta little pocket vest guns are the best in the world, and they are reliable, and they're great. They're high quality. This one kind of falls somewhere in between. I mean, when you move the slide, rack the slide, it feels like it's made of good metal. It's not pot metal. It's not thrown together. The grips seem nice. Everything about it just kind of seems like, it's kind of well made. Straight blowback. It has a nice metal trigger. It feels solid. Heel magazine release. It's easy to get out. Yeah, I don't really worry about this being like a safety concern. So how did it shoot? Well, it shot like a little tiny pocket 22 long rifle. This gun is finicky with ammunition, very finicky. So before I even filmed anything, I wanted to see with the ammo that I brought to the range, which was going to work the best. So I had some Winchester, I had some CCI standard velocity, CCI mini mags, and I had some Arms Core. And the Winchester is what I tried first, kind of more like the bulk range ammo. And it was a Jam-O-Matic. And I was thinking to myself, maybe this little pistol, because of its age, would prefer standard velocity over high velocity. So I loaded it up with some standard velocity CCI, worked 100%. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that's it. Of course, I had to give some CCI mini mags a try. Those are kind of the modern industry standard. Jammed up. It was unreliable. It was, it was kind of all over the place, spotty. I had weird magazine issues with picking up, the rounds out of the magazine. It was just stove piping, all this kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, it doesn't like high velocity stuff, it likes standard velocity. So then when I finally turned on the camera, I was going to use standard velocity. And lo and behold, all of a sudden it was jamming, but all the high velocity stuff worked good. It's kind of a mixed bag. In general, it ended up, after all of the segments, liking CCI Mini Mags the most. I don't know why we had all those issues in the beginning. It did not run 100%. This is a last-ditch gun. I mean, this is not going to be your primary concealed carry weapon. This thing is going to be a vest pocket gun, a boot gun. It's a backup to your backup gun. And if you only want to have 6 rounds of 22 long rifle, and maybe the gun go bang, maybe not, this is the gun for you. The trench sights took a little bit of getting used to. So we don't have a traditional sighting system. So you see we have a trench here at the top. And this gun is definitely designed for close-up engagements. So I did shoot it at 5, 10, and 25 yards. When I figured out the sights and where it wanted to hold, it actually wasn't too bad. I mean, no, it's not a 2011 or anything, but I was able to hit the target and generally get about this much, or have a group about this big at 10 yards. And for a little gun like this with trench sights, such a short barrel, I'm not going to complain. It actually worked a little bit. So, jams up, not reliable, but it works. And I kind of feel like if you spent the time to figure out what ammo it likes, it'd be okay. Not the greatest vest pocket gun ever, but definitely not the worst. And I have to review the range footage and kind of come up with my final thoughts with it, but in some ways I'm impressed with it, and in some ways I'm not. So the Sterling 22 long rifle auto, I'm not sure if this model has a different name. That's just what it says on the slide. I know the magazine box that came with it had a different name with it, like the Model 6 or something, I felt like that. But it says here the Sterling 22 LR auto. So we're going to go with that, and I'll do some more research on it. So it worked. I never heard of this company before, if it's different than the Sterling company that made the submachine guns. But yeah, it is what it is. So kind of cool. So thank you, Michael, for letting me borrow it. It's going to be an okay review. All right. Now let's talk about a higher end gun. This is the Volqartsen Summit, is what I believe it is. It's what it says on the receiver here. But I believe this was also made by a different company or assembled. In fact, it says it here on the side. Well, it says the Field Ethos. Maybe that's the chassis. I think it's the company that makes a chassis. Once again, got to do more research. Before you tell me, you should be doing research before you review guns. All that stuff can be done after I bring it back in the range and go, how did it shoot? Okay, so out on the front of this bad boy, which by the way, we have a carbon fiber barrel. We have a, where is it? A Combat Application Technologies 22 long rifle suppressor, okay? So I did not review the suppressor in this range trip because this is just a straight pull rifle, and I want to review this on a semi-auto. So I just had it on the rifle because it makes the gun way quieter and way cooler. Okay. This is hands down the quietest 22 long rifle firearm I have ever shot. It has great accuracy, and I was only using this scope on it, which is a Night Force, I think it's a 1:8, which is what D, the owner of this, has put on it. And at 100 yards, normally 8 times magnification is not going to be the greatest for me, but I was hitting the center, kind of like it's about the size of a silver dollar at 100 yards. In fact, I think I have one of the targets over here that you guys can see. So at 8 power magnification, 22 long rifle, I was hitting a decent group at about there. And here's the size of my hand, and there's the center of that target. So I'm pretty happy with that. I reviewed it with CCI standard velocity and CCI mini mags. CCI standard velocity is ultra quiet, and I was getting about the same accuracy from both rounds, not really a big point of impact shift, except at closer distances. They both worked fine because obviously it's a straight pull rifle, so I don't have to worry about cycling. All CCI ran great. I did try some other ammunition, and I discovered this gun does not typically like anything that has a flat nose or a hollow point to it. So I did try some of the arms core stuff when I was, sighting it in, and I discovered that due to the shape of the projectile, when I try to close it, and let me see if I can get this in focus here. Okay, here we go. Do you see how it has, wait, there it goes. See how it has like a little, lip there now, like a little thing that's sticking off the side of the projectile? That is because when it comes out of the magazine, goes into the chamber, it hits, it just goes, it like scrapes the projectile and gets stuck. So it doesn't like any hollow points. I was able to get it to run CCI quiet segmented hollow points. But of course, that's a high quality ammunition. But the bulk stuff, it's a no-go. Which is unfortunate. Even though this gun, you will want to run better stuff through it. But if you're just trying to sight in the scope and get, just a little plinking time in, you kind of want the bulk stuff, but it is what it is. From an ergonomic standpoint, it's great. I love the angle of this grip. I love this chassis. I love the straight pull action. It's awesome. The stock is the problem. Now, it's not really a big problem, but there's really not much in the way of extending it. I find that this stock is too short. It's not uncomfortable from that standpoint. It's just that where my scope is mounted on this, that my eye relief really kind of wanted to be further back. So it was kind of pushing my head too far forward. So I was having to kind of pull this back, and I wish the stock was a little bit longer, but I like where the scope is mounted. The stock is also extremely thin. Now, this rifle has almost no recoil. I mean, it's like shooting, not even an air gun. It's like nothing. However, when you're if you're like, I'm 6 foot tall, kind of bigger. If you're like me and you're kind of hunched over and you're kind of trying to get that eye relief where you need it, it actually is kind of like too thin. I wish this was a little bit thicker and maybe a little bit more rubberized, and also had the option of it being a little bit longer. So I kind of feel like this chassis and this gun would benefit from it having a more adjustable stock. Now, the other thing I noticed, and I have to go check this out with the other one that is up there, is that after taking this to the range, I also kind of felt like this stock is too loose. There's nothing really in there to tighten it with, as far as I can tell. Well, yeah, so there's not much. It's not like it's not in the chassis right. It's just the way that it connects to the chassis, it kind of wobbles. So I really think like this stock is cool, it folds, it just needs an upgrade. It needs something more solid, a little bit more beefier, and more adjustments on it. Let me see if this other one, because this has the same chassis system on it. Let me see what this stock does. Okay, this one is much tighter. So it might just be from example to example, but this one a lot tighter. And that's on a semi-auto version of that rifle. But this one, stock is, this is the big downside to it. It's not bad. I mean, you can definitely manage it. But if this was upgraded with more options and it was sturdier, 5 out of 5 stars on this gun. This thing is going to get as close to 5 out of 5 stars as possible. It really impressed me. In fact, at the very end of this video, I'm going to play some footage for you that I filmed at the range to show you the difference in sound with this gun with CCI Minimag, CCI Standard Velocity, and CCI Segmented Hollow Point. Okay? So I hope you enjoy that and you get to see this gun in action, okay? So that's the first impressions of the Sterling 22 pistol and the Volqartsen Summit Straight Pull 22. So anyway, that's what I discovered. I think that's really it. So that's all I got for you tonight. Hope you enjoyed the live stream yesterday. So if you watch to the end of this video, the word of the day is plinking. Plinking, because these guns are great for plinking because they're in 22 long rifle. So use that word in the comment section. I know you're a true vault dweller and a true fan of the channel. and it means a lot to me that you made it to the end of the video. So let me know if you have any questions. Please stay tuned after my sign off to watch the video from the range. Got it? Okay, now, and as always, thanks for watching. Hey everybody, and I'm here at the range and I just wanted to share something with you. I am reviewing an amazing 22 caliber straight pull rifle. This is the Volqartsen Summit, and out here I have a suppressor on it, and I just wanted to share with you how quiet this darn thing is. It's unbelievable. So let me put the camera down over here, and I think I can get all that in focus. So we're going to do 3 shots of CCI Mini Mag. So this is a supersonic loading of 22 long rifle, pretty standard, good stuff. Then we're going to move to CCI standard velocity, and I believe this is subsonic. And that's going to be 3 rounds. And then we're going to do CCI quiet 22 segmented hollow point. And hopefully this is going to feed, because sometimes the hollow points are not so good in this. But this is supposed to be ultra quiet. And this is one of the very few rifles that I can say is Hollywood quiet. So you notice I'm not even going to use hearing protection here. Even on the supersonics, I'll probably get a little bit of a supersonic crack, but the other ones will be super duper quiet. So here we go. Let's try this out. So first 3 CCI Mini Mags, supersonic. All right, here we go. Still not too bad, and you mainly hear the round just going down range. All right, and here's the last one. All right, so now hopefully you're going to hear a difference with the standard velocity, which should be subsonic. That's crazy quiet. I don't hear anything at all. I actually hear the round hitting the berm at the end of the range. Crazy. All right, so here's the last of the standard velocity. All right, so now we're going to move to the CCI quiet segmented hollow points. Hopefully, it's going to load. And it does. All right, here we go. This should be even quieter. I know my camera phone is not going to properly pick this up. It sounds like, not even like a BB gun. That is unbelievable. All I hear is the round hitting the back of the range. That is crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to make a video about that and share that with you, because that is absolutely unbelievable. What an awesome rifle from Volqartsen, and this is going to be a great review. So anyway, just want to make a video and share it with you all. So thanks for watching.